Hi viewer, my name is Eliud Kihoro Ngunjiri. I'm the Executive Director of RODI Kenya. RODI in full stands for Resources Oriented Development Initiatives. The name comes from an approach that we use where we target resources and minimize focusing on people's problems. At RODI we do a number of things. We work with schools, primary schools, we work with prisoners, ex-prisoners and their home communities, all with the aim of breaking the cycle of poverty, crime, and reoffending. We are based in Ruiru and we work in 13 counties. RODI Kenya is a strong member, and not just a strong member, but a founder member of TOP. TOP stands for Technology of Peace. It also talks about transform our problem and also tap on potential. We'll tell you more about this in a minute, after my friend here has also introduced himself. Thank you.
Hi viewer, I'm James Agri Otieno, founder member of SOFA Kenya, currently based in the western part of Kenya, working in 10 counties. At the time when the people of Israel were moving from Egypt to current place where they are. Before they could move, the shofar could be blown. We are here in Kenya saying it is time to move, because shofar is blown so that we can move and change our challenges into opportunities. One thing, we are working with schools that we can transform those challenges schools are having through the process of education towards sustainable development. We work with the youth, and we also work with the women group and any other individuals that have found that education towards sustainability is the way out. I am, together with my friend here and many others, we have come together to form what is known as Technology of Peace. That is TOP Kenya. And that's why we are here to share with you what is all about TOP Kenya. I hand over to my friend in just a minute.
Hi viewer. Once again, I want to talk to you about TOP and to tell you why a number of us thought of coming together to found TOP. It stands for Technology of Peace, and it basically means that we need basic technology to address our problems, and once we've done that, peace will prevail. As you know very well, with the problems, there's no peace. If you have no food, there's no peace. If you don't have water, there's no peace. If there's conflict in the neighborhood, there's no peace. But there are a number of technologies, basic ones, that you can bring forth to actually address our problems, and hence, by so doing, we have peace. The next phrase that also describes TOP is tapping on potential. We are inherently born with a lot of potential. We also are endowed as a country and as communities with a lot of potential. The problem is that we don't even realize that we have such potential, and therefore we don't tap it. And that's why we continue languishing and in poverty and thinking that we are poor. Tapping on potential should be the kingpin or the clarion call for any single development. The next phrase is transform our problem. To transform a problem, you need to identify it first and foremost. And once you have identified the problem, the next thing is to find out the cause. Try to identify the cause of the problem before you can think of fixing it. Some people say that once a problem is identified, it's halfway solved. I say no. There are 3 things that need to happen for you to get out of a problem. First, identify it. Second, identify the cause, and then you look for a solution. Failure to which you might end up addressing or trying to address symptoms of the problem and not going very far. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to tell you about the birth of this very, very powerful movement that will transform and get Kenyans address their own plight. Thank you very much.
We are aware that in the 21st century, technology is the way to go. Be it in education, agriculture, energy sector, whatever it is, if we don't embrace technology, we as a nation will be left behind. And let me take an example of what's happened in Kenya today. The government has made it their ambitious plan to ensure that every school the children have a computer. This is the way to go in the whole world. But how do we embrace that technology? Are we going to buy those computers which we cannot repair? And then they become e-waste in our society. This is why TOP has been born by this number of organizations so that we can address issues that relate with technology. We will work with the government agencies, we'll work with individuals to see to it that at every sector, be it education, be it agriculture, be it water department, if we employ the technological know-how and that which the students, the workers can embrace, can repair, can maintain, can create, then we will be able to move from where we are. That's why technology of peace is the way to go. Now, why do we call it technology of peace? Let's take an example in the food. Right now, we are all aware that we have shortage of food. Like right now, there's drought all over the country, and people are lacking food. But with technology, we can have sustainable agriculture. We can have individuals having their food using technology, how they can get the water, they can do irrigation and employ that, and through that, there will be peace in every home because of technology. That's why we are here today to sound the alarm that technology of peace is the way to go, because with technology, peace can follow. Thank you very much.
This week, the founders of TOP have gathered together at a center in Ruiru, Rodi Center, with a number of youth from 5 different parts of the country, or 5 counties for that matter, to actually make the first step of actualizing TOP. First and foremost, we've been told that, or we've decided that TOP can't go very far unless it's able to connect the old and the new. Right now, as you all know, everything is digital. And unless you have an element of digital in whatever you're doing, you won't go very far. The other thing is that if you continue with the analog, the old style or the old school, you won't go very far. So TOP is here to actually make a connection between analog and digital. For example, agriculture, as you all know, is the mainstay of our country in terms of food, in terms of livelihood. Of most Kenyans, it's the biggest employer, it's the household, it's the backbone of household economy. Agriculture is the backbone of national economy. It contributes 25% to the GDP, yet we continue languishing in hunger and starvation. Agriculture, important as it is not taught in our primary schools, and in secondary schools, it's optional. That's one way that the country misses the mark. The second one is that agriculture, important as it is not given adequate budgetary allocation by the government. It hardly gets close to 10. It's either 4, 5, or 6. That's another way we shoot ourselves in the foot as a country. Now, TOP is not only going to advocate, lobby, and campaign for that, but it's also going to bring on board the single most important people in Kenya, and that's the youth. Unless you have technology in agriculture, the youth will just look past and not even have anything to do with agriculture. TOP is able to actually digitize agriculture, and that's what we've been doing today. TOP is able to teach our youth who are unemployed in order that they can employ, they can create employment, and also in order that they can be ready for employment in areas that actually will enable them to help their societies. We are there with about 14 young men and women and top founders, and each one of the the youth have been challenged to come up with innovations that they think can address a problem in their home communities. And top experts, among them two Israelis from Israel, are helping these young people to actually come up with a way of digitizing the solutions they have come up with to address their own problems. They will soon also appear in this TV as time goes by. Thank you very much.
Just to add on what has been going on this week, when we talk about digitalizing the activities that makes our youth, what the youth have gone through this week, a good example is that for every time we have been buying a computer, which is a closed gadget, you don't know what is inside. But during this week, the youth have discovered that they can make a computer. And not only make, they can use the computer they have made to solve the challenges that they are having in society. Like my friend has talked about agriculture. They can produce a system that control the drip system, that can switch it on and off. What we have seen on our street lights, that can go on and off program. They can write the program, do it themselves. And out of that, they can be able to control and maintain the systems using the electronics. Now, what we also observed, especially when I talk about ESD, which actually addresses the head, the heart, and the hand. These young people, when they got down to this work, we found them engrossed because the head was involved, the heart was involved, but most important, the hand, the skills. They are now able to manipulate every system that will suit the need they have in society, and in the process, find solutions to the challenges that they are facing and customize it to suit their challenges in the home and in the society. This is why we are talking about the technology of peace. They have come up with enthusiasm, with excitement. They can spend extra hours because this thing is part and parcel of what they are doing, and they have a solution for it. That is what we have done this week, and we are looking forward that this is the pioneer group, and from what we have seen, a number are going to come on board.
Hi, viewer. Once again, I would like to make it clear to you that this is just the beginning. We're not going to be with these young men and women for 1 week and then call it, and then forget about it. It's the beginning of a long journey of addressing problems that bedevil lives in livelihoods. For example, at Rodi Center, we're going to have a youth innovation, incubation, and investment bureau, where youth from wherever, youth who think they have an innovation that they don't know where to take it to, can bring it to our center. They are helped to innovate, incubate the innovation to the extent that it gets to a stage of investment, whereby investors in Kenya or from wherever can come and buy the innovation, can come and partner with the youth, and by so doing actually make a difference in the lives of Kenya. The other thing that we'll continue doing is that we know there's a big gap between our youth and we parents or senior citizens. And we'll go, if you're not careful, we'll go to the graves with our experiences, with our professions, with all those good ideas that we have had over the years. That center will also be used by young and old so that they can bond, first and foremost, and number two, so that the old can actually offload the experiences and the professional experiences and all that before to the young people, so that the young and the youth can have innovations that they can actually fall back to and create employment and also generate income. So this is the beginning, and the journey is long. Thank you.
Allow me to invite you, viewer, to visit our website. So there on the screen, www.technologyofpeace.net. You'll find that it's not only Top Kenya. We are part and parcel of the international connection. You'll be able to learn more from our website as we move forward, particularly the team that has been set up in Kenya to embrace technology, mainly with our youth, and develop more meetings and more workshops so that our youth are able to acquaint themselves with the technical solutions to our challenges. Thank you very much, viewers, for listening to us.
It would be unfair for us to leave without telling you about something that we've developed over during the few days we have been at Rodi, Kenya. We've come up with a top Wikipedia where ideas from our youth and even from old citizens can be, where those ideas can be taken into for public view, and where people can actually go for suggestions or solutions to the many problems that our people face. Toppedia is something that was formed during the last few days we have been at that center. So thank you, viewer, and hope to meet once again in this studio for more interventions and deliberations. Thank you very much.